I move in flow, no force, just glide. Frequency tuned to the pain inside. Leverage on the limb when the moment align. Observation in the eyes, I read every sign.
Yeah, so like the idea, you got these different ranges, right? So if you're far away and we can't touch each other with legs and other, there's no fight. There's just posturing and whatever else we talking nonsense. Right. Once we get into punching and kicking range, you need to have agility. So that's why you want to focus, right? So the heel represents power, the toes and the ball of the feet represents agility. So if I'm out here, I need to be able to move quickly, right? But the minute I get in the grappling range, clinching range, I got to deal with potentially all of his body weight. So the idea is I'm gripping the ground with my entire foot, but my weight distribution changes. Out here, I might be 50-50 or whatever. The closer I get to a guy, the more I want to start widening my base, shifting my weight forward. So right now, I'm 60-40. If he grabs me, I'm 70-30, right? I need to be able to get my center of gravity in between us evenly, right? If he's leaning over to me and I'm standing up straight, he has the advantage because his center of gravity is way over here, over this leg, and he can push forward. I can't counter that. But when I get close, to be able to counteract that, I need this type of energy, right? And this type of stance, right? So you want to make sure that you always understand where your balance is because you need your feet. If I'm 90-10, this foot is stuck. I can't do anything with this foot. I have to shift my weight to do something else. And in that split second where I have to shift my weight, he could be kicking me in the head or whatever. So being able to understand from the hips where your weight is and be able to shift it however you need it, super important when you're grappling. Also, you want to be able to understand how weight transfers so you can mess with your opponent's weight. If you can mess with your opponent's weight, it's very hard for him to defend and to strike, right? So he's just hauling off on me, shooting punches, right? I can stay here all day, but this is not going to work. So in order to stop him, I could try to block his punches, or it's not necessarily that the guy's going to fall, but a bent spine is not a strong spine. And every part of your movement, if you need strength or power, comes from having a more straight spine. So even when I'm here, I'm not here bent over. My back is straight. It's just I'm moving my center of gravity from here to over my front foot.
And notice the post that's created. It's almost like a lunge, but not to over-exaggerate. Mm-hmm. So a lunge is done with a straight back. And what Sifu Garen is saying, the moment that spine collapses or is weak, I can manipulate, I can throw, I can grab.
Yep.
Frequency, leverage of evasion. Frequency, leverage of evasion. White crane glide when a battlefield.